There are rules.
Okay.
In the context.
Restate the question.
How many kindergartners do you think you could personally take on in a fight for being overpowered? This is from Reddit from 2 years ago, so.
Okay. How many kindergartners?
Yes, the rules are they're released 5 at a time at an interval of 30 seconds. The arena is a standard classroom. It's completely empty. The kindergartners are unarmed. They basically go after you and beat the crap out of you until they pin you down for 15 seconds.
Okay.
If they can do that, they win. In order to defeat a kindergartner, you have to knock them unconscious, and once they do, they vanish from the arena in a puff of smoke.
Okay.
Let's see. You can use any strategy you want to fend them off, but you are also unarmed and you are not allowed to leave the room.
Okay. I'm not allowed to leave the room.
You are not allowed to leave the room.
How are the kindergartners getting into the room?
I assume through a door.
Okay.
It's like a standard classroom.
And is there just one door?
There's just one door. It's not written in the rules, but I'm assuming there's just one door.
Okay. We have our own arena.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's like this room, except there's nothing in it, and it's way bigger.
And are they just like random kindergarten, like random stats, you know?
Random stats.
Male, female, height.
Yeah, any.
Wait, okay. Do I have a phone?
I don't. Why would you need a phone? You're unarmed.
I'm not using it as a weapon.
Okay. But you
do I have my clothes on?
I should hope so.
Okay.
I really hope
okay,
so.
but I can use my clothes as a weapon.
But you are unarmed, but you can't use a weapon. You can't use a tool. Like if it's in your hand, you cannot hit a kindergartner.
I don't know about that. What if I take a kindergartner? Right, pick up a kindergartner.
Doom music starts playing.
And use them as my weapon of mass destruction.
Okay. I suppose you could do that.
Just freaking... Wait, but when they get unconscious,
they
vanish. So I'll just have to keep rearming myself.
Yeah, rearming yourself.
Man, the durability on these weapons is crap.
What is this, Breath of the Wild?
Just freaking grab them by the ankles and just whack their heads into another one's head. Two of them go out at once.
Your kindergartner has run out of energy. Please wait for it to recharge.
Your kindergartner has run out of energy. I'd say wait for it to recharge, but it never will.
But you know it never will. This one guy said, without moral constraints, probably like 50 plus, to be honest. Like, if I don't have to worry
okay, so are there any legal restrictions?
No. If I don't have to worry about getting yelled at by parents or having the cops call me, I'd have a field day.
Okay, so,
There are no
but I need a strategy, correct? And there's nothing in this, and it's standard schoolroom.
Standard schoolroom, except it's completely empty.
So would it have these tiles though?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay,
Standard
so I could theoretically take the tiles out and then hold on to this.
Yes.
Okay.
But like, they're released 5 at a time at 30-second intervals.
Okay, so what I would do...
Only pull your ankles down.
So what I would do...
They would pants you.
...is I would get this out.
Okay.
I would get out the ceiling tile. Crawl up into...
You can't leave the room.
It's in the room.
You're technically outside of the room.
If I lift the ceiling tile up and crawled inside of it, am I still in our room?
No.
Then where am I?
You're above the ceiling. You're above the room.
Technically speaking, the ceiling, this is below the ceiling.
The boundaries of the room are where the ceiling and where the tiles are.
Okay, can I... But then that would mean that if I'm hanging off of it, my hand's outside the room.
Technically, yes. Like, when do you technically exit
I'm not
a
really
room?
leaving the room.
When do you exit a room? Like,
When
more than
you
50% of you is outside of the room, I guess. Let's call it that.
Okay, so theoretically I could like have part of my body up in here. Just
like if your torso is in the ceiling, you'd be fine.
yeah. Like I could have like half my waist here, right?
Yes.
And I could just be like reaching down, grabbing those kindergartners, and just freaking chucking them. But they wouldn't be able to reach me unless they like stacked on top of each other.
Yeah. But I mean, you're putting 5 kindergartners at 30-second intervals in a room that's 40 feet by 25 feet.
Okay.
And we're just going to assume that it's about this height. So, eventually that room's going to get filled up.
Eventually. But I have breathing room.
Yeah,
Well, I suppose they could have also
Let's
remove a
take
ceiling tile from somewhere else.
let's take into account the average volume of a standard kindergartner, and then we can calculate the volume of the room and how many kindergartners it would take to fill up the room.
Well, it's not about when they would fill up the room. It would be they would eventually get to the point where they can get out there get out their ceiling tile, and then get up into the rafters with me.
Yeah, it depends on how rabid these kindergartners are.
So, but
like, do they want your blood? Will they pile on top of each other?
well, clearly we're in a fight to the death.
We're in a fight to unconsciousness.
I mean, they have
It's
to
like a
pin you-
Pokemon battle. We fight to faint.
They have to pin you down for 15 seconds.
Okay. Pin me down.
Yes. They don't have to knock you out. Eventually, you are fighting a losing battle.
Because eventually your stamina will run out.
Yes. Eventually, you will be pinned down out of the sheer mass of kindergartners.
Even if you got into a position where you could rest without them coming after you, being able to hurt you, eventually the room will fill.
If you could, yes, that would happen. Because you're in an empty room.
Can the kindergartners leave the room?
Technically, yes.
Are there windows?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
So I couldn't just like start chucking them out a window?
But when you knock them unconscious, they vanish anyway.
Yeah, but what's
Listen,
how high up?
Speaking from experience, you don't have to hit a kindergartner very often. Very hard for them to go. I mean, never mind.
You don't have to. It doesn't take much to knock out a kindergarten.
Technically, yes.
So if I throw them, let's say we're in a 2-story school building,
Okay.
and we're on the 2nd floor, and I throw them out, and they hit their head on the ground.
They're dead. They aren't.
They're
unconscious.
either unconscious.
They're dead. You threw a kindergartner out of a 2nd-story window.
They're not conscious.
They aren't conscious.
They are not
might-
conscious,
they might
which
be
is the
unconscious.
definition of unconscious.
Okay.
They're just unconscious.
They don't have consciousness anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just not there.
yeah.
Okay.
Which is the goal. So theoretically, if I can just,
How many could you take on?
well, 5 at a time, no problem.
5 at a time, 30-second intervals.
I could no problem take them.
Okay. 5 at a time.
5 at a time.
Every 30 seconds.
I don't know. For the first 5,
Yes.
what I would do is I'd break the window or open it or something.
Assuming there's a window.
Assuming there's a window. Are we assuming there's a window or not?
Let's not do that.
Okay. Can I open the door?
There's no rule against it as long as you don't leave the room. But
Okay.
that's where the kindergartners will be entering, so it'll be open anyway.
Okay.
Because we all know kindergartners can't use doorknobs. Their hands are too slimy. Okay.
I never had that issue.
Must have just been me. Okay, moving on.
Slimy with what? What were you doing as a kindergartner?
Oh, let's not go there.
I was even in junior kindergarten.
I wasn't even in kindergarten. I just kind of existed in the school setting because I was like, school looks fun. Can I start early?
It's like a preschool.
We're getting off track here. okay?
Yes, yes.
How
So
many kindergartners could you take out?
for the first 5, no problem. So that's 5.
Okay.
I would say by the time I've taken them out, the second wave would come in.
Yeah. Someone even brought the fact about using them as a weapon.
Yeah, mentioned that earlier.
Yeah. This would be an extreme waste of energy, picking up and lugging around an extra 50 pounds plus. Just using kicks or punches to do the same thing and conserve way more energy. That's a quote.
I would probably be using my forearm mostly.
Yeah, you could probably
Like
get more
right
force
next
with
to my
that.
elbow here.
Yeah.
Just one quick.
To the neck or something? I mean, child brutality is not an issue.
There's all sorts of child brutality in the comments. My heart rate is rising because of this comment section. Like, I'm taking notes, like, subconsciously.
Just like, when the day arrives.
I know it will happen sooner or later.
One of these days when I go to be a teacher and those kids just start coming after me.
They're 5 every 30 seconds. We don't know whence they come. But they will
And
come.
there's an infinite number of them.
Yeah. That'll be the time when we have the technology to have adaptive music.
Do I have my phone?
What are you planning to do with said phone?
You just brought up what I was thinking about doing earlier.
Wait, you were gonna do a soundtrack?
Yeah, I was gonna be playing like battle music.
That's literally the Doom music. Like, I would be playing, like, what's one of them? I can't remember.
And then just start fighting to the beat.
It would be a rhythm game then.
But it helps you. It would help you
help you, like,
maintain stamina,
Yeah.
which is part of the reason I wanted it.
Okay, this guy says if you put your back to the wall, all you need is one kick to the face per kid.
Yeah, I could probably just start. Could I tie these kids up?
You don't have anything to tie them with.
They have their clothes on.
I hope so.
I could take their clothes off.
These are the clothing is small. Like, you couldn't tie up someone with kindergarten clothing.
Okay.
Even if you could, you probably wouldn't have the time to make the knot for the next wave coming.
I could make it as the next wave is punching me.
I mean, like, they be ripping and pulling at your arms. These are kindergartners.
I fought first graders before. Let me rephrase. First graders have fought me.
Okay.
Actually, I think they were. I don't remember what grade they were in. They might have been middle schoolers, but
I literally just stood there.
And you just...
I just stood there and took it. I'm like, I was going to the library in the hometown, the town library.
Oh god, someone's talking about eating kindergartners because okay.
You'd have to be eating them while they're awake.
Yes.
And if they black
This is
out
the
from the,
deleted-
but once they black out from the pain, the food that you would consume would disappear.
I mean, if it technically isn't a part of them anymore. This is the deleted user, by the way, so something must have happened. They must be in, like, jail now. He literally says, because of this latter, I would probably be okay for quite a while. I think exhaustion and hunger would probably get me first. I'd have to eat enough of the child to survive, but not enough to kill it so it doesn't disadvantage before I can process the nutrients.
Yeah. You'd have to keep the child alive
Oh,
long enough for you to absorb the nutrients, the nutritional value of them, which is strange, but
Every fifth and 10th wave
what?
Every fifth or 10th wave is a third grader boss.
A third grader or a first grader?
A third grader boss to assist them.
Ooh, every
God.
10th wave?
Every 5th and 10th wave. It's like every 5th wave.
Then that would get hard, because then they could just like start rallying their troops, like have battalions and companies and Just a freaking squadron or a legion.
Yeah.
All right, okay, kids, don't attack him yet. We're gonna wait. 30 seconds later. I know. I gotta take out that third grader.
Oh, wow.
But then they would just run away.
Okay, this guy got 2 awards. You only have to take 1. If you pick one up and start eating it alive, the rest will fall in line. Kids are notoriously easy to traumatize.
You know, I didn't even think about that.
I'm not going on Reddit again.
That would actually taking a bite out of a child. Well, we're assuming that they would continue going even after watching their fellow peers disappear into a puff of smoke.
I guess so.
So clearly they're aware of what's going on. I think that this is more of like their stats are that of a kindergartner, but they're more like monster, like minion monsters.
Oh God! Someone wrote an entire 5-paragraph thing on what they would do. Okay, let's hear what you would do.
Okay.
How would you do it?
Well, the fact that they disappear is not okay.
How is that not okay?
Because now I
Keeps
can't.
the bodies from piling up. You have more room to maneuver.
See, that's why I'd want a window. Otherwise, I would start using the defeated bodies.
Okay.
Keeping this PG.
The defeated bodies.
The defeated bodies. And making like a wall. Barricades, chairs.
Corner of the room.
Just like a
It's
freaking.
an empty room, so no chairs. So like only the bodies.
Out of them.
Wait, what?
They would be the chair.
Oh.
Turn them in.
Oh God.
Make like a body chair.
Okay.
Make a body pillow.
This is not PG anymore.
Hey, the bodies are all defeated.
Okay. They're just unalive.
Unalive, yes.
Okay, but how would you do it? Like, how many could you actually take before they got the better of you?
No third grade boss, right?
No 3rd grade boss. That
Okay,
would be
okay.
comic, I think.
Well,
Oh, God.
I'd say it'd start getting tired around like maybe wave 30.
Wave 30. So that's 5 every.
That's about
that's
150.
kindergartners.
That's when I'd start getting tired, probably.
Okay.
And the adrenaline.
I mean, there is no correct answers.
And that's probably when the adrenaline rush would kick in. But how would I handle it?
Wait, so you're saying that the adrenaline rush would only kick in after about, say, 30...
Or, that's when it would start wearing off. Sorry.
Yeah. So you're saying you'd be swamped at around 150, I think.
Probably.
Okay.
Thinking about this logically,
Maybe.
there would be the few seconds that it would take, because I'd say it'd take me just over 30 seconds to wipe out a little company of of kindergartners.
30 seconds. So
Just maybe just a little bit around, so more or less.
So like you pretty much be constantly hitting kindergartners.
Yeah.
Like if you could knock them all out with like a single sweep,
That'd be nice.
but you can't. So
Well, I mean I could, but not all of them. Maybe like 2.
yeah. So you're saying like maybe
Trying to shorten the amount of time. So I would have to. There's only so many attacks I'd be able to accomplish before everything would start. Before I would start to get exhausted.
your best bet to sweep them would probably be just to knock them off their feet. Like if their heads hit the floor, like it's a kindergartner.
Well, the good thing is that I'll know if they're defeated.
Yeah. Because they'll disappear in a puff of smoke. So you're saying like
So-
about 150?
Yeah.
Okay.
Switching between kicks and then forearms.
Yeah.
I mean, I could make some sweeping kicks, and then forearms to the throats would be really effective. Except that it's pretty low to the ground.
Yeah.
So maybe I do knees and stuff to the throat. That's probably the best way to get them out. Uppercut to the chin, or an upper knee or something. That'd really just snap their neck. I mean,
like you could probably.
there's
if
an
you were to-
infinite number of these kids, so I doubt that they have parents.
Yeah, you have no legal repercussions. The
Yeah.
only thing you have is your morals holding you back. But then again, the kids started it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just chilling in a room.
You're just chilling in an empty classroom doing nothing. And all of a sudden, like 5 kindergartners come and start beating you up.
Trying to beat me up.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I can't really imagine anyone losing on round one, or on wave one. At least no one who's like out of middle school.
Yeah.
It's hard to envision like a high schooler. Maybe a freshman might lose, depending on the freshman.
But like a grown adult male.
But yeah, and even or a woman, you know.
Yeah.
Adult, male, or anyone, really any adult should be able to handle wave 4.
Yes.
No problem.
Yes.
I mean, it might take a bit. But I honestly don't know how long it would take me to take out five kindergartners. Because I don't know if they have tactics or not. And that's
I mean, they might.
that's the real conundrum I'm having. Like, do they just like rush me, or are they just,
Are they like circling like a pack of wild wolves?
Yeah. See,
Like they probably would attack you. Like if they were tactical geniuses, they'd wait for the room to fill up, just surrounding you.
and then
And
if
then
I
they would-
try to go after them, they just run as fast as they can. I can't take
Yeah.
them all out.
Like a couple would probably go for your legs to slow you down.
Yeah, I mean,
Like we're assuming that kindergartners are
well,
tactical
it's
geniuses.
the tactics of how T-Rexes were taken down by freaking, I forgot what they were called. I think they were velociraptors, maybe.
Yeah.
But like 20 of these things, T-Rex down. Only like 2 of them would die.
Yeah.
Like that's just how dangerous numbers can be. Like even something as ferocious as a T-Rex can just get ripped apart by numbers. But then again, they only have a tail, a mouth, and their legs.
Okay, this person has an IRL experience. They're a kindergarten teacher.
Okay.
And let's see.
This is like a zombie movie. Someone should make this a book.
Attack the Kindergartners.
Okay.
Reproach from death.
There were 8 kindergartners. The teacher was in horrible shape. They climbed all over him, pulling his hair, scratching
Well,
and kicking.
but then again, he was restricted by legal
yeah.
constraints.
Yeah.
As well. So it's not like he could just
Yeah.
freaking whack them.
Yeah.
He has to be
So
like,
like take your estimate.
he has to like actually take them off.
Yeah. It's like take your estimate, maybe around 100. Maybe. Like, we're assuming they aren't like mindless zombies. Like we're assuming they have
But
some
then again,
form of
I
tactics.
do have fighting advice.
Okay.
I do
So
know
assuming,
combat.
assuming your personal experience.
Assuming, I mean that's what the question is.
At least 100.
At least 100.
Yes.
I would say, unless I'm getting overwhelmed, 150
Sure.
is when I definitely start.
Like
slowing down.
Slowing down, regardless of whether or not, regardless of being overwhelmed.
Okay, I reached the end of the comments.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
There weren't that many then.
yeah.
Interesting.
At least the ones that I was willing to read.
How would you fare?
Hold on, let me think.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Well, I would use the wall. Like, if I could, like, throw them at a wall.
You pick them up?
No, like, you would have to get close to a wall and then just smash them into them.
Okay, yeah. Like a
Like,
corner.
use the room.
Yeah.
Like, also,
Freaking-
you can
just like-
you can use them as a weapon as long as they're still conscious.
Grab them by the head and just whip their legs around?
Yeah, like if you
Or grab them
don't
by
mind,
the arms or
if you don't
something.
mind being a little bit brutal, like
Well, clearly...
these kindergartners
Okay,
are out for
so-
blood.
Let's make something completely clear here. They establish in the rules of this questionnaire that moral, legal, and other obligations don't exist.
Well, it's not part of the rules per se,
Well,
but it's kind of implied
it's assumed.
if you're going on the
Otherwise
Otherwise
you would
you'd ha-
lose
otherwise-
because there would be cops coming after you.
yeah, otherwise you'd
and,
have no
like
choice.
SWAT team, and it's like, I'm unarmed, okay?
Yeah, and all you have to be is pinned down
And all I have to be is pinned down for 15 seconds.
for 15
So I
seconds.
couldn't even take a nap.
You couldn't even take a nap.
Because all it takes is for one of them to just
Sit on you.
sit, like, touch me while I'm sleeping.
Yes. I think we pretty much solved this.
Okay.
I don't think I would last too long.
How long?
Let's see.
Well, let's start with wave one. How would you fare in wave one?
Probably try to take them out as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So leg sweeps.
Okay.
Like
And then-
I can't perform a leg sweep because I'm too uncoordinated. So my best bet would probably be to
You don't necessarily need a leg sweep. You just need to kick.
someone knock them off their feet.
They only weigh like roughly 50 pounds.
Yeah,
On average, I would say.
yeah.
So.
I'd say
How long do you think that would take you, though? See, it's not an easy question because you don't know what they're doing.
I'd say at least 5 waves,
At least 5 waves, so 25 kids.
assuming the unexpected.
Assuming the unexpected.
Yeah,
See, I didn't think about that.
like
I was-
assuming some of these kids are more adept at, doing weird, crazy stuff.
I mean, a kid bites me, I'm gonna bite him back.
I mean,
like, did
yeah.
you know that you can bite through someone's fingers as easily as biting through a carrot?
I know you can. And don't ask why.
But you can't bite through your finger as easily as biting through a carrot.
Yeah, because it's your finger.
It's like, I don't want to.
Because it's your finger.
And like, it's mine. I only got this one.
Now let's assume you're given a stick. This is completely off Reddit. I'm closing the laptop. Now let's assume they give you a stick.
Oh,
Dude, a stick would be so
Okay.
much better.
okay.
Like-
What kind of stick? Like
A fairly
like
hefty
a
metal
branch out of a tree,
No.
or like a pole?
Like a short pole, like 3 feet. Metal.
Okay. Does it have to be metal, or can it be like
Like a piece of copper pipe or something.
so nothing like super heavy?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I would easily last at least twice as long.
So you're 200 kids.
200 to 300, yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Easily. I mean, the first wave would have been taken out in less than
30 seconds.
Okay.
And I'd be able to catch my breath between each wave. And if nothing else, if one arm starts to get tired, just change grip.
Yeah. Personally, I would use it as a pokey stick.
Unfortunately, that would take up far more energy to thrust.
Yeah.
Thrusting takes up a lot of energy, and it leaves you unguarded. It opens you up so much.
Yeah, I guess so. Besides, swinging it is faster. Like, you just have
Plus,
to,
you could possibly hit more kids.
yeah, you just have to hit the neck. They're gone.
Yeah.
Are we gonna put this on YouTube? I
Oh,
feel like
For sure,
I
this is
feel
going.
like we'd be on some kind of list.
We've already established
I'm pretty sure I am
several
already,
times
so-
throughout this recording that this is
a
hypothetical.
This is a hypothetical. We have no plan on doing this. Don't put us on a list.
Where would we even get an infinite number of kids? Like, think about that.
I know a guy.
So do I.
Oh fuck! You just ask the neighbors. I'm sure they know.
Let me
some.
rephrase. I know a guy who knows a guy.
We might know the same guy. Who knows a guy?
The guy.
Yeah, the guy. Now here's an interesting scenario. Suppose you're in the same situation, but without a stick. However, you could either teleport. You could either teleport, or pause time, or time travel.
Can I choose one of the three?
No, they all appear to be. Yeah, you could choose one of the three. The children just spawn in the room. It's a sealed room with an electronic lock.
And I can't leave.
You can't leave,
Even with teleportation.
even with teleportation.
Then pause time.
Yeah, I guess that would be a good.
I could literally sleep and rest.
Okay, scratch pause time. That's a bit overpowered.
I was like,
The fuck? This is an easy question. Pause time.
I can do this forever. I would have an infinite number of.
Like, you could just pause time.
Theoretically, it would be an infinite supply of food.
You could pause time between the waves.
And I could eat them while they're paused.
'Cause-
They wouldn't fall unconscious.
Okay, yeah, you made your point. Like,
Yeah.
it'd be super easy.
Okay, this is like playing
This
on
is like
easy
creative mode.
with hacks.
Yeah. Teleporting, you can teleport to either end of the room, too. Assuming you don't use any form of stamina.
Oh yeah, okay. So like infinite teleportation.
Yeah, but how would you use time travel to fix the situation? Like, you can't go to the future. Like, you can go from...
Well, you theoretically could.
Like, you can go to the past and then you can return to the present, but you can't go to the future.
Okay.
Because that would be too overpowered. Also, you would probably be, like, surrounded by, like, way too many kindergartners at that point.
So how I would do that is the moment I start getting tired, I go back
Oh.
before the building is constructed
Okay.
and rest up.
Okay.
Then I go back to the present.
Okay, fine. So I guess it's solvable with
With teleportation, I just dodge all their attacks.
like if you're the plot character.
With teleportation, instant win, because all I have to do is run with my arm out and teleport right in front of them. Right next to each kid.
Yeah.
Boom, boom,
Assuming
boom.
your momentum,
Out in 5 seconds.
Assuming your momentum carries.
Assuming my momentum carries. Either that or
Just teleport right in front of them and slap them.
just like. See, I wouldn't even have to waste movement on turning.
Yeah.
It's just knee.
Yeah.
Or punch. Slap.
Okay.
And theoretically, I could keep teleporting into midair.
But this is a small room. Like if
And these are small kids.
okay, fine. You could teleport horizontally.
Yeah.
You'd fall on your face and you didn't teleport immediately back though.
But it takes no energy.
yeah.
So I can.
Okay, fine. We've already established that you can severely beat the crap out of kindergartners if you could teleport, pause time, and time travel, or time travel.
Okay. Give me a harder one then.
Okay.
A harder tool. Or power or something. I don't know.
You're invisible, but only your eyes are visible. So technically, you wouldn't know the reach you have.
Well, I can feel my fingers.
Like, anyone can feel their fingers.
I know how far away my hands are.
Like, hold your arm, close your eyes and hold out your arm in front of you. And then, like, you really can't, like, you feel where...
But I can see, though.
Okay, oh yeah, you can see.
Because the lights still reflect.
But you're invisible. You're completely invisible except your eyes. You can't see your hand. Like, that messes you up more than you could think.
Didn't hit. That was entirely on me.
Okay, so assuming that you know exactly where your hands are at all times, it wouldn't be much of an issue.
No. I would expect those kids would try to grab my eyes.
Oh God.
Well, it's the only thing they can see of me.
Yeah.
So it's like, there he is. What the hell?
That's a skull.
Except it'd be more like...
Yeah, they'd be trying to grab an eye, but they would get...
But like their hands are super small.
Yeah, so you'd be like being poked in the eye.
They could reach me.
If they could reach you, if they poked you in the eyes, you'd be incapacitated for a little bit.
If they managed to.
They managed to do that.
But then I could just be like...
He's making sweeping movements with his arm like he's harvesting wheat. This is very concerning.
Just decapitations all around.
Okay. All right.
I think we've established that this will work.
Okay, assuming you have a form of supernatural powers, you could probably easily take out a horde.
However, I don't think I could do it indefinitely.
Yeah.
Because eventually I would get tired.
Yeah. That's going with.
However,
was previously established.
However, we mentioned that there were the ceiling tiles before.
Yeah. The
Correct?
ceiling's too high for you to reach.
Then I would use kids as a method to get up.
Okay, fine. We're assuming that the
I would
ceiling
incapacitate them, not knock them out, incapacitate them.
Just like break their limbs.
Break their limbs.
Okay. We just said
So
that
they
so
can't.
casually.
So they really can't move, and then make like a pyramid of them,
Pyramid of small children.
or like
reaches
a stack of them, or something,
Like
a pile, and then just climb up till I can get up there,
Okay.
and then hide my face, the majority of my body up above.
But like, they'll see the missing ceiling tile.
I'll take all the ceiling tiles out for the most part. I'll take out all but like a few.
How will you do that?
Break them?
But like, you're gonna have to make a stack of kids for each one.
No. They're all connected. You can take out the ceiling tile right above you. Like, push it up.
Okay, fine. We're gonna cause some permanent damage or something, I don't know.
And then look.
These are made of metal, you can... Okay, fine, maybe you could.
Yeah.
Like, that would only make like a small radius around.
But I could climb over them.
You could. Like, they probably wouldn't hold your weight. Not for very long.
I don't weigh that much.
Hang off one of them and see.
I weigh about 3 kindergartners.
Neat. I do too.
Yeah, I could, but like we mentioned that the room was about this tall, right?
Yeah.
I could easily
That was before you were invisible and just a pair of eyes. Stop annoying the people on the floor below.
Below?
Yeah,
Well, I'm not jumping hard.
you're still making a small impact. I've been in rooms with floors above them and people think that they're being quiet, but they really aren't.
I am a stealthy ninja.
We're
Oh.
okay then.
Do not question. Alright then,
Okay, you're in the room, but you just have a can of compressed air.
can of compressed air, so it's finite.
Yes. You can still use the can after you're done with it, though.
Well, using it as a weapon is probably out of the question.
I mean, it has a straw attached to it. You could probably... You have low battery, by the way. Like, it has a straw. You could probably turn it upside down and, like, instant freeze someone's mouth.
Well, the problem is that it would be cold to my hand.
It freezes my hand. Yeah. That's why you would switch to a new position. Like, use your other hand.
Like when I was cleaning my computer earlier today, my hand was really cold.
Yeah. That's how compressed air works.
Yeah. And I don't know how thrilled I am I'd be about that. So I'd probably use it as like a grenade almost. It'd almost be more of a liability because what if one of those kids gets a hold of it?
I guess so. Like, would they be able to use it?
They could probably pick it up. They're stupid enough to hold on to it long enough to use it as a weapon or to try to use it as a weapon.
I guess so.